McCandless here, the anchor of your 11 o'clock global news, here to inform you that we will be dedicating a small portion of our forecast tonight to Chris McCandless, who some may see as a hero and others may see as a fool. But we here see him as a man of bravery and courage, and he is very worthy of our honor. Born on February 12th in 1968, Christopher Johnson McCandless, the first child of Walt and Billy McCandless, would start his journey throughout life. Chris would be one of many children. In his childhood years, Chris was described as being a very polite young man. He excelled when it came to academics. In other words, he was intelligent. In high school, Chris was a captain of the cross-country team. He looked at distance running for a spiritual exercise. He was a predominant athlete. In 1986, Chris would graduate from W.T. Woodson High School in Fairfax, Virginia. And that summer, he would go visit his family in California. Only there he would find out the news that would change his life. He discovered that his father, Walter, was cheating on his mother, Billy, when he and his sister, Corinne, was first born. The news had a strong impact on his adolescence. Chris would return and attend college at Emory University in May of 1990. He would have a bachelor's degree double majoring in history and anthropology. Soon, he would change the life of everyone around him. His expedition would begin. He would depart from home and begin his journey. By the end of summer in 1990, Chris would have drove through Arizona, California, and South Dakota. In April of 1992, he would have hitchhiked from Enderlin, North Dakota to Fairbanks, Alaska. Chris's whole journey was to reach Alaska. This place would be like heaven for him. Chris was last seen alive at the head of the Stampede Trail in Alaska by Jim Gallion. After hiking the trail, Chris would find an abandoned bus. He would soon set up camp here, and this would be his resting place. On September 6, 1992, a hunter would find him while looking for shelter. It is declared that he died of starvation in August. Chris is seen differently throughout the country, but he will live on as an icon. Reporting live from Alaska, we would like to take you to our wonderful field reporter, Samir Hicks.
Thank you, Jalen. Here at the scene, Chris McCandless died. We have his father, Walt McCandless, to interview. Hello, Walt. How you doing? Fine, how are you? I would like to ask some questions for you about Chris. So, Walt, how was Chris as a child?
Chris was a very intelligent young boy. He was also an incredible athlete. He loved it, man.
How was you and Chris's relationship?
Chris was obedient as a young boy. We had our battles, but we got through them.
What was your last memory of Chris?
Chris was at home and very peaceful. Then soon he just disappeared. We had no idea he was traveling from country to country. And then the days turned to weeks, the weeks turned to months. Then just gone for years.
One more question, Walt. Do you feel like Chris's death was your fault?
At first, I thought it was my fault, but then over the years, I realized that he was his own man and made his own choices, and now he just gotta suffer the consequences.
That's it, Walt. Thank you for your time.
No problem.
Thanks, Samir. Now we would like to present to you the doctor who examined Chris's body after his death, Dr. Davy Jones.
Thank you, Jalen. After examining Chris's body very thoroughly, his death has happened by simply starvation. While out in the trail, the only source of food for him was potato seeds. Of course, it wasn't much, but it was all he had. He would have them placed in a bag where mold can begin to grow. It would then contaminate the seeds with Swanson poisoning. Some symptoms are depression, muscular incoordination, and nervousness. It doesn't kill you immediately, but what it basically does is doesn't allow all the food to intake and be turned into viable resources. No matter how much food you eat, as we know, Chris was very weak at the time, and there was no way he would be able to fight it off. If he was robust, he would have a chance. Now back to you, Jalen.
Thank you, Davy. As you can see, Chris McCandless was a very interesting man, and he left behind a very strong legacy. Unfortunately, this is the end of our presentation. SRDJ News will be back again at 11 p.m. tomorrow. We look forward to seeing you again. Thank you.
Oh, you started?
Reporting live from Alaska, we would like to take you to our wonderful...
Thank you, Jalen. Redo it. Why not speak?
Now we would like to present to you the doctor who examined Chris's body. Oh, gosh.
But it was all he had. He would have been placed in... Whoa, hold up.
Now we would like to present to you the doctor who...